Hello everyone, it's Stefan from Love in New York again, and today I'm taking you on a tour through New York at night. We're starting here on 5th Avenue at the venerable Plaza Hotel. And now I'll show you everything you'll see during the tour. So, let's get started. Oh guys, I love taking this walk. I've done it so many times already. Here we start right at Central Park at the Plaza Hotel, and now we're walking down 5th Avenue. We're going to make a little detour just now because there's construction going on here. Let's walk straight across, and many of the spots I'm showing you here are also included in this one. This is my travel guide here, so for everyone who doesn't know it yet, take a look at it. It's now available in the very latest edition, and fortunately it already has over 1,000 positive reviews on Amazon. Totally crazy. So a big thank you to everyone who took part. The first beautiful thing you can see is right in front of us. Unfortunately, it's a bit boxed in at the moment. Otherwise, it's usually a bit more impressive. And that's the Apple Store. You can basically only see the outer part, but the real heart of it is underneath. There you can see it. But now we're at 59th Street, and here you'll also see lots of famous brands. Dior is here as well. As I said, we're out here in the evening, so not everything is open. It also just rained quite a bit. That's why you see all this water here. I originally wanted to do the walk a little while ago, but I didn't because I was completely soaked. By the way, the Apple Store is right below us here. That's where it is. And you can see it here as well. I'll take a quick little peek inside, then we'll move on. Oh, it's open here. Oh wow, it's open. You can see it down here. Here's the Apple Store down there. Yeah, then you go down a nice staircase here, and it's really super stylishly done, even if you're not Apple fans. And now, yeah, let's keep walking. So what's actually our destination? Our destination is, of course, the Times Square at night, and on the way there, we'll see lots and lots of beautiful and famous places. The Rockefeller Centre is included, Saks Fifth Avenue. I'll walk with you over to Radio City Music Hall. It looks absolutely amazing right now. And then, of course, Grand Central Terminal, Summit, Chrysler, Bryant Park. So as you can tell from the names, there's really a lot going on here. You've probably seen this during one of my walks at Christmas time. This is Bergdorf Goodman. It's absolutely beautiful during the holidays. They really put a lot of effort into decorating the windows. Even now you can see it. There are already a variety of festive decorations up. But during the holiday season, it really transforms and goes completely all out. In addition to that, what is also really beautiful is that we are just about to walk past a building that is wrapped up in a truly gorgeous and stunning fashion. You can already see it here, and you can try to guess which brand it is. I'll cross the street in a moment so you can get a better look. It's just beautiful. Take a look. It is honestly still a little bit difficult to tell exactly what we are looking at here. Let me try to put it this way for you. That is a massive suitcase that is literally as tall as this entire building. Super cool. We're currently at 57th Street. Now I'll cross over so you can see it better. Let's take another look at Bergdorf Goodman. Look now, isn't that beautiful or what? And during the Christmas season, it's absolutely amazing. All right, now I'm going to turn around. Watch out. Isn't that awesome or what? Louis Vuitton really went all out here. Really beautiful. Awesome, right? There's another Louis Vuitton over there, but we'll keep walking a bit further now, okay, towards 42nd Street. We're now at 57th Street. It won't take long at all until we get there. But it's just a walk I've taken so many times at night because it's simply wonderfully beautiful and never gets boring. Here's Tiffany & Co. So if you've always wanted to go to this cafe, book your tickets as soon as possible. Very, very important. They're super limited. And yes, if you want to get them, act fast. Here you can also see Chanel now. Gucci is on the other side. There's another contender here. See, that's the Trump Tower. Careful, I'm going to turn around again in a moment. Completely black. Come on over. And here you can see Louis Vuitton again. Really beautiful. Yeah, like I said, I've done this walk so many times because it just never ever gets boring. Always just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take you now to another spot around 53rd Street. We're almost there, which I find really beautiful. That spot will already be closed now, but I'll do the same walk again during the day, but then the entire Fifth Avenue. I walked that from Harlem all the way down to Washington Square Park. So it'll definitely be about a 2-hour walk, but I've wanted to do this for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to finally being able to do it. And as I said, here on Fifth Avenue, of course, one of the most famous streets, it just never ends. You can see Dolce & Gabbana here. We'll also walk past Adidas. We'll walk past the NHL shop as well. So honestly, it is truly absolutely wonderful. And I think the timing is actually really nice because it had just rained, as I mentioned, and that makes the reflections on the ground look amazing. So wonderful. It's really beautiful here too. However, at this very moment, things have changed. What a beautiful building. Let's hop along quickly now, we can still make it. There we go. Wempe is also beautifully decorated for Christmas, so it's worth it to come here. Actually, it's always worth coming here. You already know this, but during Christmas time, it's really a total escalation here in the most beautiful way possible. By the way, the hotel is the St. Regis Hotel. A beautiful boutique hotel, even though it's so big and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Yes, Microsoft is also here with a megastore. Over there you can see Microsoft. So this technology, or these large well-known Apple stores, let's put it this way, they copied it. And here too, right in the middle of modern New York, you can still see some very, very old trains. Really beautiful. By the way, this is St. Thomas Church. You can also take a look inside here. Gospel services don't really happen here. Is it called gospel services? No? Well, you know what I mean. That's not available here. You can't really attend those, but at least you can take a look inside and check it out. I'm making a little detour. We're still on Fifth Avenue here. Yeah. But I just want to quickly show you Pelly Park. It's in there. Oh, you know what? About 100 meters to the left in that direction is Pelly Park. I'll show it to you during my daytime walk when we actually see the waterfall. Yeah, it's not happening right now anyway. Okay, so I'll also link you the walk I did during the day later on. That is really great to see. So if you take a look at that incredibly big building you see standing right back there, that specific one, we are actually already getting pretty close to the famous Bryant Park area, and I will definitely talk much more about that once I finally get there. You probably know that building too, especially from Christmas time. Usually it has a beautiful red ribbon around it then. It's a very, very famous motif, especially among all the Instagram enthusiasts. You guys will know what I mean. I also showed it on my Instagram. Here you can take really beautiful, wait, let me walk around the corner. You can take really, really beautiful photos here. By the way, that's the Cartier building. Yes, so that's this one here. Absolutely beautiful. I've already picked up a few things here myself. That's the Nike store, the Nike flagship store. Also awesome with the facade outside. And you can actually buy the latest Nike models there too. A truly beautiful building. The Fifth Avenue is lined with them. That's St. Patrick's Cathedral. You can see it there. There are also free guided tours there. I can only recommend that to you as well. Super, super beautiful. It's directly across from Rockefeller Centre. You really can't miss it. A tour with an audio guide. They're free and it's really worth it. The whole building, built in a neo-Gothic style, is super impressive. The It's 100 meters long and 100 meters high, so really, really amazing. And in that setting, incredible. And that's where we're going to. You can already see it. That's the Summit One Vanderbilt. That will also be part of this tour. You can look forward to that. By the way, we're at Rockefeller Centre now. You know what? We're going to take a detour now. We're going now. No, we're actually going now. We're turning right now. And as I said, I want to show you the Radio City Music Hall. There it is. So I'm going to turn off a bit earlier now. Here to our left, look up, that's the Rockefeller Centre, and behind it is the top of the rock observation deck. Yeah, it's a huge complex, but first we're going to head over to Radio City Music Hall. By the way, Bill's Bar and Burger is also a cool place. I still remember them from their first location, which was in the meatpacking district, but unfortunately, that one doesn't exist anymore. And now Bill's Bar and Burger is also located down here in the Rockefeller Centre. Super delicious. So if you ever want to eat a really good burger, besides my beloved Shake Shack burgers, Bill's Bar and Burger is truly a highlight. So to our left here, we'll see it from two sides in a moment, is the famous ice rink. And up there in that building, up there where the symbol is, that's the top of the rock observation deck. Way up there. It spans 3 floors and offers a really amazing view, including over Central Park. And now we're going to hop over to the left side. We still want to go to Radio City Music Hall, but we're going to meander through here for a bit. You'll see it again in a moment. That's where we're heading. This is Rockefeller Plaza. We're basically going to walk around the block here because I want to show you Radio City Music Hall. It's just an amazing location. It's probably one of the most beautiful places for concerts in New York City. During the Christmas season, the Rockettes perform here, but many other artists also take the stage. And if you're lucky enough that your favorite artist happens to be performing there during your trip, you should definitely go. It's truly it's a fantastic place with a very special charm. Really beautiful, and it belongs to New York City like hardly any other concert hall. So really beautiful. Now let's take another look at it from the outside. Just from the outside alone, it's an absolute dream, and I have to say I'm actually really happy that it rained earlier, because now we can see such beautiful reflections on the ground. Otherwise, it wouldn't have looked like this at all. So yes, I'm actually quite happy, even though I had to completely change my clothes once. Yeah, he is a really wonderful guy, by the way. So we're actually going to walk all the way around now. I said we would walk down 5th Avenue. Now we're making a little exception, but for this, it's really worth it. I mean, it's definitely worth it, not just kind of. It's worth it for the Radio City Music Hall. No kind of about it. Where does that even come from anyway? Then we'll turn left again, and we'll be back on 5th Avenue. But I just wanted to show you this again. It's just absolutely amazing. Here you can also see the MLB store. It's on 6th Avenue, next up on our journey. And now we're making our way towards the iconic and historic Radio City Music Hall, located right in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. Beautiful, isn't it? I actually just had a very quick and brief chat with someone who stopped by. So as a result of that, there is a tiny little mini break in the flow of this video from just a few seconds ago that you might have noticed while watching this part of the recording right now. Here are, well, nothing's happening right now, but these are the Rockettes I mentioned. And they've been around for 100 years. All right, back again. Oh. Now again. The microphone attached there was too heavy. Now I'll just hold it with my hand. Here is also the rainbow room, the well-known one. And you can see it says observation deck there. Up here you can see the top of the rock. There it is up there. By the way, it's still really pleasantly mild despite the rain. I'm really happy. All right, now we're heading over to Rockefeller Plaza. Let's cross the street. And there it is. You probably know it. In the summer you can here. Go roller skating. Or what are they called again? You can go roller skating here. In winter, this is where the famous ice rink is. The Christmas tree stands here, and it's just absolutely amazing. By the way, back there is the only Nintendo store outside of Japan. Well, Japan, that's what it's called. Why did I just emphasize that? Here you can see the plaza. Right now it's in transition. At the moment, the rink hasn't been set up yet. Let's take a look at it from the other side now. There we go. Look at how beautiful it is, right? All Home Alone 2. Lost in New York fans know this place. And by the way, look at how much it rained. Here. Here, it really poured down. That's why, yeah, I was completely soaked. And now let's take another closer look at it again. This time without that flagpole standing in the way. Amazing, right? Take a look. And here it goes up, slowly rising higher and higher. Just beautiful. We're heading back up now. In front of us, Saks Fifth Avenue, and last year there was a real first there. Why? The famous light show was canceled during Christmas time. Normally, the entire facade, the whole facade is illuminated and animated, and there's great music playing. And last year, it was the first time in ages that there was no, well, light show during Christmas time. So that really stirred things up here. But let's see, maybe it'll be back this year. Of course, you'll find out about it here. And now we're continuing along Fifth Avenue, heading toward 42nd Street. To our left is the Puma store, and here again is Rockefeller, the Rockefeller Plaza. And for us, we're moving on. We're now at the level of 49th Street. You can see it up ahead too. By the way, up there you can see Intimissimi, a brand from Italy that makes, well, beautiful things. Yes, so underwear, try, tralala in a very, very elegant style. Why am I mentioning this? Because there's a cafe here. You can probably see it. Look up there, those people. I'll zoom in a bit. You can see up there, you can see the furniture, right? They have their own cafe. That means you can have a coffee up there and enjoy a really beautiful view of Fifth Avenue from above. So here at Intimissimi, right next to the Puma flagship store and H&M. And up there you can sit, you can see it a bit more clearly now, and you just have a fantastic view. Alright, look, I will take you back down to the street level now. And at this very moment, I am looking all the way up the iconic Fifth Avenue. It really is quite a sight to see from here. Oh guys, this is beautiful. You should see my face behind the camera, how I'm grinning right now. This never gets boring. It's just so beautiful. Simply amazing. We're going to walk up to 42nd Street now, and then we'll see the Summit much, much closer, along with a few other beautiful buildings. And then at the end, we'll walk past Bryant Park and continue on to Times Square. Lululemon is here as well. That is the exact brand that originally became quite famous for its high quality yoga wear. And now they actually make a whole ton of other stylish clothes too. Very well known, really popular. Also here, and it's hard to tell which brand this store belongs to, right? Lacoste. And actually, even though Fifth Avenue is of course rightly known as one of the most expensive shopping streets, it's really worth taking a look inside, because sometimes you can find some amazing deals on clothes from the brand of your choice. So definitely check it out. It's worth it. Look here, this is the edge of Bryant Park. Yeah. And back there it's flashing and sparkling. That's Bryant Park. Wait, no, that's Times Square. But we'll be there in just a moment as well. Up there, do you see? Up there, that's where the summit peeks through. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. It's really my absolute favorite observation deck, the Summit One Vanderbilt. And what's also cool is that for a short time now, the glass elevator, which is on the outside of the building at the very top, has reopened. It was really closed for a long, long time, definitely for a year. And if you really want to have the full experience, which honestly looks absolutely amazing, then you should book the summit, actually, with the glass elevator on the outside. It's honestly brilliant. It's worth it. Why? Because when the glass elevator goes up, you look out at the city from such an angle that you see over the glass barrier of the observation deck. So basically it looks as if there were no barrier at all. It's just super cool. Really, really beautiful. Attention, NBA fans, listen up. There's the flagship store. We're around 45th Street, and from there you can also see the summit peaking above. Amazing. Honestly, it's my #1 observation deck because the view from there of the Chrysler Building, Grand Central Terminal, and the Empire State Building is just incredible. Everything is so super close. Wonderful. The first time I was up there, I thought, wow, what an amazing perspective is this? And that hasn't really happened to me with many other places, so yes, you definitely have to check it out. I've also made a video about it. That probably won't surprise you. Here's the NBA store again. It probably won't surprise you that you can find it on this channel. So as you can see, we are actually not that far from our final destination now, which is the incredible Summit One Vanderbilt skyscraper. I can already see the building coming into view again, standing tall just up ahead and slightly to the left of us. We're now on 42nd Street. That's the northern boundary of Bryant Park, my second favorite park in New York. Guess what my favorite park is? Write it in the comments for me. I'm really curious to see if you know. And no, it's not Central Park. So much I can reveal. And now we're on 42nd Street. Here's the New York Public Library. Behind it is Bryant Park. Let's take a closer look at it. And oh, wow, 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 wow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm quickly switching sides because I can show you the summit better from here. Look, there it is up there. There it is. And next to it, the Chrysler Building. Now we're going to walk a bit further and take a look. Now we're looking down Fifth Avenue. In one direction, the New York Public Library, and here we're looking off toward towards Central Park. I have to say that it is truly and absolutely beautiful to look at. And now let's keep going. Here you can see it again, the Chrysler Building. And you're so close when you're up there on the platform. Up there. You're looking right at it. It feels like you could reach out and touch it, really. It's honestly just absolutely incredible. And down there you can also see Grand Central Terminal. We'll walk over there for a moment so you can see it. Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. Here too you can see the top floors which are lit up. That's the platform up there. There are 2 enclosed areas and 1 open area. That means you can go there at any time of day or night. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I've often been asked which tickets are the right ones. So I can tell you I've already spent 4.5 hours up there at a stretch because it just never gets boring at all. The tickets for sunset are significantly more expensive than the regular tickets. And what I did was I got tickets for the latest possible time before sunset, then just went up and waited up there for several hours, and the time just flies by. So really it's not boring at all, not even a little bit. That's why, yeah, that's my tip. You can actually save about $20 that way, and you can invest that money better. Because up there, they have a signature drink that's actually surprisingly tasty. So, to be completely honest with you, I thought I'd much rather invest in a fancy signature drink than, well, in a relatively expensive ticket, if you catch my drift or see where I'm coming from. So here you can see it. By the way, here's the entrance to the summit down there. That is exactly where you need to go in. Then you will have to carefully make your way down 1 floor. At that point, take the elevators all the way back up. Here, we finally are, standing right at the magnificent Grand Central Terminal, with a perfect view of the iconic Chrysler Building. So now we're heading back specifically to Bryant Park. There's always something going on there, and after that we'll head to Times Square, which is definitely an absolute highlight. And once again, if you're new here on the channel, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Stefan from Love New York. I've truly lost my heart to this city. I really can't put it any other way. And if you're looking for tips, check out our website or our free app. And of course, we have several travel guides. This is just one of them. Unfortunately, this one just got dirty. Look at my finger. I just rode the city bike and there was grease on it. And that's why the travel guide has a little stain on the top. But nonetheless, if you order it with my latest tips inside, it'll of course look perfect. That's absolutely not even a question. And just look at this view. Wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, like I have said before, it absolutely never gets boring at all. And as I mentioned earlier, I have actually been to New York City almost 30 different times now, including 2 specific times when I stayed right here for several long months at a single stretch. And that experience was really, really great for me. And now, at this moment, I am just showing you exactly what it will probably look like in the year 2025. What can I say? It looks absolutely beautiful. Really, it's just amazing. Honestly, there's no other way to put it. If you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and take a quick look over there. That whispering you just heard. I'm out here with my best buddies right now. And up ahead, I want to risk my life a little for the thumbnail, for the video. So I already jumped over quickly, but I wasn't fast enough to pull out my other phone. So let's try that now. Careful, yeah, it's green. I'm going to run over there for a photo. Careful, it should work. Video from here in that direction. I'm getting dirty here like this. Tree. Always living on the edge. Wonderful. Oh, this is the moment when we should go. Wonderful. And photo, did you get a photo? I hope so. Thanks. All right, let's keep going. Oh, awesome. I was riding that city bike earlier and it actually ended up getting my favorite nice sweater completely covered in dark grease all over the sleeves. It is quite frustrating, but I suppose the good news is that you can pretty much wash everything out if you have the right soap. By the way, what we're doing afterwards, we're going to Los Tacos #1. A really awesome taco place, also a budget tip, right at Times Square. That's what's coming up after this video. And you know, I'm a foodie and you'll find a lot about that, yeah, on my channel. And as I said, there are a lot of new things coming that I've already prepared. That's why I would be really happy if this is the moment when you say, okay, I've already listened to so much from this guy. He's been going on and on about subscribe to the channel, and now you finally do it. And then I'll leave you alone, promise. Well, so that's why it helps a lot. And the YouTube algorithm has changed so much that it really needs these kinds of signals. That's why I'm saying a huge, massive thank you for every subscription, every like, every comment. And if you find it interesting, check out my YouTube membership. That's also available as an extra. So yes, a huge, massive thank you now. And now we're at Bryant Park. There was a weekly market here during the day, but it's closed now. Let's see if we can get in. Yes, Bryant Park is a really, really great park. I like it a lot. There's always something going on here. In winter, this is where the Winter Village is. In summer, there are free movie screenings. Thank you. Free film screenings and other live broadcasts. It's just amazing. And just look at the backdrop. It really doesn't get any better than this. I love it. And now we're going to take a little walk around. Here too, you can see everything is shining, and that's because it rained. So, my dears. Amazing, right? Now we are going to begin our journey by slowly making our way around toward the left-hand side of this area, taking our time to observe everything as we proceed along the winding path that stretches out before us in that specific direction. By the way, when the outdoor film screenings take place, they set up a huge screen right here in this very spot, and you can relax and sit down on the lush green grass and just, look all around at the wonderful scenery while you enjoy the movie. Up there you can see the tip of the Empire State Building. A bit further to the left is the tip of Summit One Vanderbilt. So you're sitting on the grass and at the same time you have the skyline all around you. It's just a super beautiful, incredibly charming and super lovely atmosphere throughout the whole place. We'll head in that direction later on. That's Times Square, but for now, let's walk around here with you. To our left is the New York Public Library. There are also free guided tours there. In the past, you could just walk in, but that's no longer possible. So if you're interested, you should check it out. About 3 weeks in advance, the free guided tours are released. That is exactly why you should act fairly quickly to secure the most suitable tickets for your specific travel dates and preferred destinations. Oh, it's so nice, guys. I love it. I just can't say it any other way. And it looks amazing. I'd love to go up there, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. Let's not get ourselves into trouble here. By the way, behind it is the famous fountain. You can still see it there. Sometimes in winter, when it's really cold, it's completely frozen over. And here you can see the skyline all around. Amazing, right? Oh, wonderful. So we're going to walk a little further now, and now we're crossing over from 5th Avenue. Back there is 6th Avenue because we really want to walk over to Times Square, and for that reason, we have to leave 5th Avenue behind us. So now we're heading up from 42nd Street, which is just ahead of us, a little bit further along. Then we'll go even further to the left, right to the famous corner of Broadway and 7th Avenue. And then, yeah, within just a few more minutes, we'll finally be at the iconic Times Square, which is just incredibly, incredibly impressive and absolutely breathtaking to see in person. Well, honestly, I find it really boring during the day. I can't put it any other way. Lots of tourist stuff, lots of weird characters trying to take your money. So it's totally pointless, but in the evening, it's just impressive. I really can't say it any other way. Look how beautiful that looks, right? All right, let's keep going. So here you can see the famous fountain, and as I said, when it's warm, this is what it looks like. When it's cold, it can also happen that it's completely frozen over. It's just absolutely insane. To our left is one of my absolute favorite burger joints in the city. So Shake Shack is a massive global chain by now, but they have still somehow managed to consistently make super delicious, mouth-watering burgers to this very day. It is just an amazing experience every single time, and whenever I find myself in this neighborhood, I truly look forward to treating myself to a classic Shake Shack burger and maybe a shake too. It's just incredibly tasty. Look, here you can see the reflection of the Empire State Building. I'll turn around in a moment because the light on the other side will be red soon anyway. Ah, here again you can see it. One Vanderbilt, Empire State Building. Wonderful. Let's keep going. Ah, up here with the reflection. Isn't that cool? And now we're going to turn left up ahead. You see, that's 42nd Street. That's where we want to go. Again. And then we'll be at Times Square in just a moment. And there's the Shake Shack over there, just around the corner to the left. But there are also nicer Shake Shack locations. The most famous one is also the very first, namely the one at Madison Square Park. Oh. All right, let's keep going. That's a nice story too. You can see here 6th Avenue is named Avenue of the Americas. I think that's pretty cool. It was officially renamed in honor of the hardworking New York City sanitation workers, the garbage collectors. Well, basically all of the dedicated employees who work tirelessly to keep the city clean. So it actually has a second name now. And I truly think that's a really, really wonderful and meaningful thing. I think it's absolutely great that they are recognized, because without their constant efforts, things here in the city would really look pretty bad, and honestly, it would be quite a mess for everyone living here. As I said, over there where you see the green, that's Shake Shack back there. But we want to keep heading toward Times Square. Yes, and then we'll be at the end of our night walk. But definitely stay tuned. For many people, the last few meters are definitely the absolute highlight. Speaking of absolute highlights, back there is Madame Tussauds, the place that's glowing yellow. A lot of people have it on their travel itinerary. I've actually been in there 4 times now. 4 times. And every single time it just wasn't nice at all. Well, I know Madame Tussauds from London. That's a whole different story. They really put in a lot of effort there. And here I was sometimes standing in front of figures thinking, who is that supposed to be? Where honestly, the name didn't match the figure at all. I really don't understand how that could have passed, but yeah, if it's on your travel itinerary and you're thinking maybe I want to check it out, I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I'd say if in doubt, really don't do it and rather add something else to your plans. We're about to cross Broadway. You can already see it coming up. It cuts right across here. By the way, it is actually the only street in the entire borough of Manhattan that is really quite long and at the same very time completely breaks out of that world-famous rigid grid pattern. This is primarily because it originally used to be an ancient religious path belonging to the indigenous people who lived here. And that is exactly why it has remained this way for so long. I think it was called the Flower Path. And now you'll see what I mean about all the rip-offs. There's construction going on here right now. Normally this is open, but right now there's construction. In a moment, you'll see a loot of characters. During the day, there are even more, it feels like, who basically want to, take your money with some weird photos. Don't buy any Apple products. This is a whole new thing now, that Apple products are being sold here, right on the street, and you see supposedly original sealed items and yada, yada, yada. Of course, they're not original. So please, really don't fall for it. Don't buy them. You won't do yourself any favors. And now we're here, Times Square at 43rd Street. And we're walking up to the famous red stairs above the TKTS. TKTS is a budget tip. If you want leftover tickets for musicals, TKTS is really your first choice because the remaining tickets of the day are sometimes sold for up to 50% off. Oh, something completely new. I can show you that already. Up here, up there is where the observation deck will be. From up there, that one right at the top. From the New York Visitor Center, it's called One Times Square. You can see it up there, yeah. It's supposed to open this year, and then you'll have an amazing view of Times Square. You can already see it now. I'll make my iPhone stick a bit longer here. Careful, I hope everything holds. So, and now you get a nice view, and we'll walk a little further. Someone just took a photo there. It's really busy here. So yeah, it's always amazing here in the evenings. This afternoon there were performances here. There were artists here performing, putting on shows. Really beautiful. We're also here testing hotels at Times Square right now. We've included that as well. We were at the back at the M Social. We just came from the Edition Hotel. We've got the W Hotel, and of course my tips and recommendations are also here on the channel. So that's another reason. Yeah, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss it because there are really big differences. Yeah, you can definitely see it now. I'll go ahead and turn around once again, just so you can get a really clear look at the other side. Wonderful. This world, this righteousness, you've got to be ready. Got to be ready, got to be alert, got to be awakened. The Bible is nothing but. So now we're heading over. Oh man, watch out. So, what we didn't see earlier, they just called someone on FaceTime and it actually happened to be his birthday, and apparently there's quite a lot to celebrate tonight. That's exactly what I mean. In the evenings around here, there's always a lot of excitement going on. Right here, you can see all these talented street performers. And actually, the truth is that most of them are really quite talented. So let's keep going. Our destination is the red steps at TKTS. We're going to walk all the way around here. As I mentioned earlier today, we're here on the weekend, so it is actually getting quite crowded and busy around here. I also have another important tip for you. Please make sure to keep all of your personal valuables very close to you at all times. That goes for any big city. That also applies to New York, especially in places like Times Square. So definitely do that. Because as many of you here are probably already well aware, it is incredibly easy to get a bit overwhelmed and distracted by all the bright flashing lights and the constant movement around you, which might lead you to not pay quite as much close attention as you should to your phone, your wallet, your purse, or whatever other precious valuables you happen to have with you at the moment. So it is always a good idea to stay extra sharp and mindful of your surroundings. So we're already back there. That's our destination. Specifically, I am referring to those bright red architectural stairs. I just noticed because it rained, they're closed off. We can't go up there at all. But that's no problem. We'll go there anyway because from there you just have a beautiful view of the square. I'll head over here. A quick look to the left. And a quick look to the right-hand side. And that's exactly where we really need to go over there. Alright, so let me tell you exactly what I think about that. So, oh man, it is really starting to get quite crowded in here now. Let's carefully weave our way through this area, making sure we don't bump into anyone. Let's take a look and see where there's actually some open space for us to move. Excuse me, just trying to get by here. Right around here too, you will find the next band setting up and the next talented group of performance artists ready to entertain the crowds. And as you can clearly see, there is absolutely always something exciting going on in the evenings. There is always something fascinating to see and experience. You know, it never really stops. Yeah, so even though it is so lively now during the day, I honestly don't really like being here that much because it feels so different. In the evening though, it's really a cool location. So the last few meters. And you can see, because it rained, there are still puddles here as you saw. The red stairs are closed off. Otherwise, I would take you up there with me because the view from the top is absolutely amazing. But even from up close, you'll see it's really, really beautiful. I'll turn around in a moment so you can see the other direction as well. This is what I mean. These are the characters who really want to hustle you for $25 for a photo. So really don't do it. You can see again, I'm walking past once more. It's closed off there. Normally you can go up here. Down here underneath is TKTS for the leftover tickets. Back there is the display. You can still see the red. Right over there, you can easily see exactly which tickets are currently available. And from way up there, you will have a truly amazing and spectacular view of the mighty Times Square. I know. So my dear friends, that was my nighttime walk through New York, starting from 5th Avenue, a quick detour to 6th Avenue, to Radio City Music Hall, then on to the Chrysler Building, Summit One Vanderbilt, Bryant Park, and finally here to Times Square. It never gets boring, as you can see from my face. If you enjoyed the video, check out the next 2 videos that I've linked for you. I've done many more walks. Be sure to also check out my free app. And let me say a big, huge thank you for every subscription out there. Yeah, and I'm going to enjoy my time here a bit longer. Head over to Los Tacos #1, eat some really awesome food, and then I wish you lots of fun, whether in New York or wherever your travels take you. Have fun getting inspired, and then I'll show you. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you in one of the next 2. Bye, this is Stefan from Loving New York.